as well as give you some resources on where you can volunteer, and also talk a little bit about civic engagement. So, just a quick question on you guys. How many of you have done your 40 hours? Whoa, alright, that's pretty impressive. So now, rhetorical question. How many of you guys thought about the 40 hours you did? And what I mean by that is, did you do all your hours at a hospital because you like helping people? Or did you do your hours at Ripfest because you wanted free food like I did? The reason I want to do this TED Talk is because I want to show you guys the theory behind volunteering. 3 reasons on why you should volunteer.
That's scale.
Cool. Alright, my first reason, experience. So, there's a lot of organizations and companies you can go to for experience in the work field. A lot of people have a problem that when they go to apply for a job, they realize, they ask you, where have you worked before? And you say, I haven't worked anywhere before, it's my first time applying for a job. And they deny you. But the thing is, volunteering is the closest thing you can get to work experience without actually having work experience. So one of my good friends is a lifeguard at the YMCA. He started out as a pool assistant, getting experience, and he eventually met the person who was hiring, and he went on to become a lifeguard at the YMCA. Similar thing with the city of Mississauga. The guy was helping out with the camps they run, did his LIT training, and then became a camp counselor. Both paid positions. And what I'm talking about here is that by volunteering and getting experience, you get to meet people. You get to meet people who are hiring. You get exposure to the brand, which is YMCA in City of Mississauga. You already know the work environment. So by volunteering, you get experience that you can apply towards your work. And it's not, the only thing you get is not just free food. You actually get work experience. Cool. Alright, so my second theory is academics. Now, how many of you guys know someone who has got like 1,000 hours in volunteer hours? Show of hands. See, well, that's pretty impressive as well. So I talked to the guy I know that did his 1,000 hours. And I asked him, why did you do 1,000 hours of volunteering? Like, do you not have free time? And he said, I'm doing it because I want to stack my resume. I want to get scholarships and get universities to notice me for my community involvement. When you look at it, is volunteering 1,000 hours at a park really showing diversity, a well-rounded person? Or, to the point directly, someone who deserves that scholarship? Not really, but don't get me wrong. I mean, don't volunteer for 1 hour at every place in Mississauga. That's not going to get you anywhere. I'm saying volunteer wide and volunteer often. You can volunteer 40 hours at a food bank, 40 hours at the Trillium Hospital, 40 hours at United Way. And another experience that also ties into experience is Trillium Health Center at United Way. For the Trillium, if you volunteer there, you can get, again, with experience, meet someone who's hiring for people that are porters. And you eventually get a job there as a porter. So academics and experience do tie in. So A, you can hit your point, firstly, of getting your academic scholarship, along with graduating from university, and then be able to go there and work at that same place because you already know the person who's been hiring. So you can A, pay for education along with getting that scholarship. As a personal note, I volunteered at the Ontario Summer Games this summer, and I met the guy that was hiring for the Games Organizing Committee to put the whole thing together. And when I met him, he asked me, do you want to become part of it? And I was like, for sure. So when I actually got on that, tons of opportunities opened up. And I'm actually in a much better position than I was before of just being a general volunteer, and it looks a lot better on a resume. Alright, my third reason, passion. So I volunteered at Ripfest this summer and the summer before. And I met a gentleman named Mac, and he's a senior citizen. And I asked him, I said, Mac, why do you volunteer? He was supervisor. And he said, I volunteer because I want to make it happen. I want to inspire, I want to really make Ripfest happen and make people happy. And I said, when I thought to myself, I thought about my other 2 reasons. And then I said, you know what, he doesn't need his 40 hours. He doesn't need any more job experience, he's retired. He's doing it because he wants to make it happen. He has a passion for volunteering. And that actually inspired me. So if you have a passion for doing a certain field, it's not just volunteering. If you have a passion for, say, medicine, organizations such as Volunteering NBC will actually give you opportunities that hit your interests. So if you want to volunteer as in a medical environment, you can ask them and they'll give you opportunities such as volunteering at Trillium Health Center, and they'll show you openings actually appear to your interest. The volunteering field is a similar job. And on a personal note, I was on my class year. I'm vice chair right now. And basically what happened is last year I was just a general volunteer, general committee member. And I started volunteering and I did stuff like TEDx Youth Mississauga. How many of you guys went to that? I see one hand, awesome. Also went to the Rebel the Cause Talent Show. It's held down the road here at My Apprentice Theatre. And doing those, I actually gained a lot of experience. And I was doing it for the passion, but it did tie into academics because I actually got the position. It tied into experience because I had experience working with people in the culture division. I had experience working with people in parks and recs. So what I'm getting to here is that volunteering for either of these reasons will bring you back to volunteering for all of these reasons. Because by volunteering for all these reasons, you're completing the theory of volunteering and you will become the most successful person you can be. Because you're getting your scholarship, you're getting experience, and you're having the passion, it's fueling your journey to make this happen. That's my cue. Alright, so what's my final words to you guys? It's balance it. You can't do everything for the academics. You're just going to stack up 1,000 hours that mean nothing. You can do it for the experience, but what's going to keep you volunteering? It's the passion. And of course, you can do it solely for passion, but you have to keep in mind experience and academics play a huge role in volunteering. So my final words, balance it. Try to get all three of those reasons into the reason why you're volunteering. And if you haven't already done your 40 hours, think about that when you're doing them. And if you have already done your 40 hours, work towards that and try to get more experience, academics, and passion in your future volunteering opportunities. Thank you.